Gehen wir mal in die Town und gucken mal auf den Tobias, ne, auf den die sich so freut. Finally at the town. Yo, I should probably head straight to Tobias' shop. Können wir auch woanders hin? Strange. What's that crowd over there? Everyone seems to be surrounding that building. I wonder if someone around here can tell me what's going on. Excuse me, ma'am, could you tell me what that crowd is for? Ah, Townswoman, wie die aussieht. Ich muss mal kurz innehalten, um mir die Leute anzugucken. Ich hoffe, ihr seid mir deswegen nicht böse. Oh, child, haven't you heard? A bunch of good-for-nothing thugs took their hideout there. Bastards kidnapped a child. I'm sure you know it's market day today. Lot of folk come into town to trade their wares, but there's also the unwelcome element, you know what I mean? One of the merchants caught some ruffians red-handed stealing from him like it's no one's business. So we naturally grabbed whatever pointy thing came in handy and made sure these lowlifes know we don't take kindly to thieves in this town. But those scum grabbed a child and locked themselves up in that house. They're threatening to kill the brat if anyone tries to enter. That's horrible. Oh, the poor mother. Thank goodness some lads noticed Parrot, the captain of the Prince's Guard, drinking in the inn. A few men went to fetch him from the tavern. He grabbed that blade of his and went into the house without saying a thing. I wish that good-for-nothing husband of mine would be so brave, but he's only good for drinking and complaining, I tell ya. It's been silent like a graveyard in the night since the captain went in. Who knows what happened there? Oh, such awful times we live in. That truly is sad. Thank you for telling me. I hope the child doesn't get hurt. If the captain of the guard plans to fight, it's sure to be dangerous in here. In there. Wait, everyone has stopped talking. Did something happen? Someone is coming outside. Ah, das ist der Typ, der nachts bei uns gewesen ist. Is that the captain of the guard? This child is safe now. Someone get rid of the bodies. Aha, hat er irgendwie alle abgemurkst oder was? Oh, der Name, der ist voll schwer. Perrault? Also so, ich würde das jetzt eher so als französischen Namen deklarieren, aber keine Ahnung. Wow, did he just take care of an entire gang of bandits on his own? He acts like it wasn't even a big deal. He just disappeared without even waiting for any thanks. It feels as if he doesn't even care what anyone thinks of him. I'm intrigued, ich konnte das Wort noch nie aussprechen, to know what sort of man could do something so heroic and yet remain so emotionless about the whole thing. It looks like the child has been reunited with his mother. What a relief. Oh, I'm running late now. I'd better go to see Tobias right away. Ja. Okay, meine Güte, sind wir echt zu einem komischen Zeitpunkt hier reingeplatzt. Tobias' store is neat and well organized as usual. From the look of things, he's been doing well for himself. I guess he was lucky those thieves didn't decide to rob this place instead of one of those poor merchants at the market. Oh, da ist er. Hallo, Tobias. Hey, welcome, Cinders. Is everything all right? You seem a bit pale. I've just witnessed a terrible scene in the market. A group of brigands kidnapped a child and barricaded themselves in one of the houses. Heavens! Did someone call the guards? Luckily, the captain was nearby and resolved the situation quickly with his sword. As messy as it may seem, that is his job. Glad to hear everyone's all right. Not everyone. He killed all those men. I don't know how to feel about it. You always had a gentle heart, Cinders. Have you missed it? Well, it's been too long since you last stopped by, that's for sure. How have you been? Much the same. Carmosa works me to the bone every day, and there are times when I wish I could just disappear. So wie heute, ne? So ein bisschen zumindest. But I manage, and there are days that make me happy, like today. I'm so glad to see you again, Tobias. It looks like your shop is flourishing. It does well enough. I hope you know that you can come speak to me anytime you want. Sie darf halt wahrscheinlich nicht immer raus, ne? Aber ja, scheint ein netter Kerl zu sein. Auch wenn man ja bei solchen Aussagen immer aufpassen muss, ne? Weil Freund und Feind ja oftmals ganz gerne tauschen, zumindest in Spielen, wo dann immer so diese Wendungen auch mit inbegriffen sind. We used to spend so much time together when we were teenagers. Now that we're adults, it seems like we hardly even catch a glimpse of each other. It's really a shame. You're right, it feels like childhood friendships disappear once you're mature. It's hard to keep them alive sometimes, even when you have the best of intentions. Such a true statement, but I assume you didn't come here to just remember the old days. Sadly, no. I'm on an errand for Carmosa. I'm here to pay you for... Well, whatever it is she asked for. She's being very secretive about the whole thing. Oh, that. That? Now I'm even more curious about this errand. Should I ask him about it? Ich bin ja neugierig. Ich meine, die sind befreundet. Spricht eigentlich nichts dagegen, oder? Wir fragen einfach mal. So, what exactly did Carmosa ask you to do anyway? It sounds mysterious. I'm afraid I can't tell you. Oh, jetzt hasst er uns bestimmt. Why not? Well, I promised Carmosa that I wouldn't tell anyone. I would like to keep my word. Schade. Also, it's basic business ethics, Cinders. Ja, ich werde jetzt nicht weiter nachbohren, ich akzeptiere das jetzt einfach. I understand. Ich glaube, aus dem kriegen wir eh nichts mehr raus. I understand. You gave your word. I shouldn't force you to break it, even though Carmosa doesn't deserve such fair treatment. I'm glad you understand, Cinders. I really wish I could tell you, but keeping the job a secret was part of our agreement. My reputation as a merchant is at stake here after all. Don't worry, Tobias. I won't do anything to make you ruin your reputation. Anyway, Carmosa said that I was supposed to give you some money for this job. That's true, but I'm surprised that she would send you to pay for it. She said something about not having a choice. How much does she owe you? Around 200 sovereigns, I'd say. Just an estimate? That means Carmosa and Tobias haven't agreed on a set price yet. If I could negotiate a discount, I might get in Carmosa's good graces, or just get some money for myself. How should I approach this? Appeal to friendship, be seductive, haggle... Nö, wir nehmen das hier. Ich glaube, das ist irgendwie am... Also ich würde mich hier auch dafür entscheiden. Would 175 sovereigns be enough, you know, for the sake of old friendship? I'm not sure if it's a good idea to mix money and relationships. Ich dachte, sie würde das irgendwie ein bisschen anders formulieren, aber der fühlt sich jetzt wahrscheinlich so ein bisschen auf den Schlips getreten. Well, you do have a point, but I don't even have enough money to mix with a relationship. I was just hoping that maybe I'd be able to have a little spare money for myself after this trip. It isn't easy for you there, is it? Well, I can't live without those 25 coins if I know they're going to a good person. I think 175 should be fine. Oh, das ist aber lieb. Man weiß halt nicht, wie gut die beiden miteinander befreundet sind, ne? Oh, thank you so much. You truly are a wonderful friend. Maybe you could use that money to get yourself a real meal for once. The tavern has great food. You should really ask them about their royal special. Okay. Thank you. That's a great idea. I'm glad that Carmosa sent you. It was a pleasure to do business with you, and I'm happy that I got to see you again. Likewise, I really do miss seeing you, Tobias. I hope you come again soon. I do my best. Oh, I almost forgot. What is it? Please tell Carmosa that I'll fulfill my part of the deal soon, and she should expect my representative to come by sometime tonight. Sure, I'll let her know. Thank you. Ist aber nicht der Typ, den wir da gesehen haben, der ganz am Anfang unser Haus da betreten hat, oder? Oh, and by the way, I had no idea you have your representatives nowadays. It comes with a trade, I guess. Start throwing coin around and suddenly you find yourself surrounded with people eager to run errands for you. Coin, you say? And I thought it had more to do with your magnetic personality. I used to be magnetic, but it made trading in metalware much too risky for me, so I stopped. Oh, people do tend to underestimate the pain caused by fast-flying cutlery. There was a time in my life when I was forced to eat with my hands, but I prefer not to speak about it. Oh, I've missed our talks, Tobias. Me too, Cinders. Hope I'll see you again soon. I hope so too. Take care, friend. Och, das war aber nett. Ja, sie kann sich das halt wahrscheinlich auch nicht immer selber aussuchen, ne? I really miss the old days when Tobias and I played together. I'm so glad that I could see him again. Okay. Das sind so eine Hinweisboxen, wie ich das ganz am Anfang noch erwähnt hatte. Davon gab es ein paar mehr, aber ich habe so eine kleine Testaufnahme schon gestartet, deswegen sehen wir das jetzt zum ersten Mal. Your every decision matters. The branch icon appears when the current events are a consequence of your earlier choices and could be different on another playthrough. Ja, also es soll hier wirklich haufenweise Möglichkeiten geben, die Dialoge auch zu beeinflussen. Also ich werde das mit Sicherheit, wenn ich mit der Aufnahme hier durch bin, nochmal spielen, schätze ich mal. And I even have an extra 25 sovereigns for myself. I could stop by the tavern and treat myself with this money. But if I brought it back to Carmosa, I'm sure she'd appreciate it. Irgendwie... Ich glaube, ich würde das zurückbringen. Ich probiere das einfach mal. Wir wollen ja einfach mal die faire Chance lassen, netter und auch respektvoller Cinders gegenüber zu sein. Ich glaube zwar nicht, dass es was bringt, aber dann brauchen wir uns im Nachhinein nicht vorzuwerfen, dass wir es nicht zumindest probiert hätten. Deswegen bringen wir das mal zurück und gucken, wie sie reagiert. Oh, es wird bestimmt so enttäuschend sein und wieder so frustrierend sein. So, gucken wir mal. Wird auch bestimmt meckern, ne, weil wir ja noch am Lake gewesen sind und uns eh schon verspätet haben. Vielleicht können wir das damit ja wieder gut machen. The journey back to my house was much too short. I'm not looking forward to facing Carmosa or my sisters again. At least I got a rare reprieve from their insults today. I wish it had lasted longer. I'm terribly late. Carmosa told me to hurry back and it's nearly nightfall. I'm sure she'll skin me alive. Dafür braucht sie dich, glaube ich, noch. Also ganz ehrlich, umbringen würde sie nicht, aber wahrscheinlich foltern, wenn sie könnte. Cinders, do you have any idea what time it is, you useless girl? Where have you been all this time? Wir entschuldigen uns mal. I apologize. There was a lot of commotion in town and I sort of got caught up in... Enough with your excuses, they make you look so pathetic. If you choose to ignore my orders, at least have the pride to stand by your decision instead of simpering like that. The child you once were is gone. You must be a woman now, have more pride in yourself. Otherwise, you are nothing more than a lazy and useless little girl. At least you managed to finish the task appointed to you, though I take little solace in that. It is too much to hope that you managed to keep some of the money I gave to you. Right, the money. Ja, jetzt könnten wir uns nochmal umentscheiden, ne? Aber wir geben ihr das mal. Und gucken, wie sie reagiert. Well, Tobias asked for the 200 gold pieces, but I convinced him to give me a discount. Is that so? Here are the 25 gold pieces I saved. Well, well, not bad for someone like you. Well, I suppose you could have done worse. Mal ein nettes Wort. Are you finally growing up? A little bit late, but better than never, I see. Return to your room. Sophia will bring you some leftovers from the dinner. Lecker, hat sie bestimmt vorher noch reingespuckt. Not too bad. Carmosa almost sounded pleased. I better go to my room before she changes her mind. Mach das mal. Oh, so eine arme Maus. Ich fange ja schon wieder an, irgendwie Mitleid mit ihr zu empfinden, obwohl ich sie noch gar nicht so lange kenne, hier in dem Zusammenhang. Meanwhile. Währenddessen, Ihmchen hier kennen wir ja schon, auch wenn ich mir seinen Namen wahrscheinlich niemals merken kann, aber er hier auf der linken Seite ist neu. My lord, I've been told you wanted to see me. Prinz Basil. Basil? Keine Ahnung. I have been informed of the hostage situation at the marketplace today. I also heard that you handled the situation rather admirably. For that I commend you. Thank you, my lord, but the truth is that I regret having to kill so many men. They couldn't even put up a fight. Such is the burden of those in positions of power. We must make difficult decisions for the sake of protecting others. It is not a choice, but a duty. And you performed your duty to perfection. Man sieht aber nicht so glücklich aus. You honor me with your words, my lord. You deserve it. After all, my father, your king, has always spoken well of you. I know he even considered you a friend. If the king spoke so, I am honored by such confidence. Truly, what do you think of my father? How was it to serve under him? The king was a wise, skillful, and strong leader. I would have followed him anywhere. That is what I have heard from everyone who knew him. Already I fade in comparison. My prince, I have not yet been crowned, as father's last wish was that I should find a wife first. No doubt, he wished that I find someone capable of ruling by my side. Of course, every noble in this land is eagerly pushing an eligible daughter towards me. But I need a strong woman I can rely on, a queen who can support my agenda no matter how hard it's going to be. I am a simple warrior, my lord. I know very little of romance and politics. Nonsense! My father trusted you in more matters than war, and I too am willing to do that. Er will sich jetzt aber nicht wirklich Tipps von ihm einholen, wie er sich jetzt eine Frau beschaffen kann, oder? Please advise me, not as a captain of the guard, but as my friend. Ich glaube, der will gar nicht mit dir befreundet sein, aber ist nur eine Vermutung. But I confess, even my own palace is not a safe place for discussing such delicate matters. The walls have ears, and I would not wish for my search for a wife to become any more public than it already is. Might we go hunting together tomorrow morning? I think we would find the forest a safer place for a discussion. Such an action is dangerous, my lord. If something were to happen to you, there is no one to succeed you on the throne. Is that so? I cannot imagine anything safer than having the famous captain of the guard by my side. If that... If that is what you wish, my lord. That is indeed what I wish. You can go now, friend. Ich glaube, der Typ hat gar keine Freunde, ey, my prince. Good old Perrault, brave captain of the royal guard, first sword of the kingdom, veteran of the renegade war. Reduced to killing common thugs and guarding market stalls, not yet aware of how obsolete his role is. These are different times that require a new kind of bravery and power. Our wars will not be fought using iron and fire, but gold and lies. Aha, wird er uns also auch vorgestellt. Ich weiß nicht, wie ich den aussprechen soll. Ich nenne ihn einfach Basil. Basil? Ich weiß nicht, ich kann mich irgendwie nicht entscheiden. Normalerweise habe ich immer so eine Tendenz, bei dem Namen aber gar nicht. I hope you can adapt to these new times, my poor old friend. Because when I become the king and start realizing my plans, goodness knows I'm going to need someone like you. Ist er jetzt gut oder böse? Irgendwie hat sich das noch nicht so ganz erschlossen. War ein bisschen kryptisch umrissen. Later that night. Ja, und sie immer noch wach und alle anderen schlafen bestimmt schon, ne? Finally, I have some time to myself after doing Carmosa's bidding all day. Still, it could have been worse. Carmosa was furious and I got nothing but coat scraps for dinner. But at least I was able to get away from the house for most of the day. I always love going into town. I can't believe how exhausted I am after today, though. My feet ache and I feel so sleepy. I should go to bed. Carmosa certainly won't allow me to sleep in tomorrow. Oh, jemand klopft. Wer wird das wohl sein? Was that someone knocking at the door? Why would someone be visiting us at such a late hour? Oh, silence! I paid for your discretion. Discretion? And yet you pound on the front door as if it's a war drum. Right, pardon, madam. I swear I'll be silent as the tombs are right away. Mum's the word. Enough with your nonsense. The package is ready to go. Can I trust you? Oi, you wound my pride, madam. I'm more trustworthy than an old priest in a confessional. Da lehnt sich aber jemand weit aus dem Fenster. Such an utterance is of little comfort to me. No one can escape Carmosa's biting tongue. Now prove there is some value to your words and go before someone sees you. Okay. I think he's gone. What was that all about? What on earth is Carmosa trying to hide? Maybe I should sneak out the window and try to follow him. Ist doch eine gute Idee. He can't have gone far. If I leave now, I'm sure I can catch up with him. Oh, no, that's crazy. I can't do that. Jetzt müssen wir bestimmt entscheiden. Ja, das war so klar. Irgendwie überwiegt die Neugierde gerade. Wir werden dem mal folgen. I must be crazy, but this might be my only chance. How long have I waited here, wishing for a change? Finally, an opportunity has presented itself. Carmosa clearly has a secret. If I could figure it out, I might have an advantage over her. No one is outside the window. Now is as good a time as ever. Ist das eine richtige Syntax? Keine Ahnung. Here goes nothing. Jetzt bin ich ja mal gespannt. Vielleicht kennen wir den Typen sogar, dem wir gerade folgen. Ey, das sieht so schön aus. Well, now what? I tried to keep my distance while following that man, and now I've lost his trail completely. Oh nee, das ist schlecht. If he's somewhere up ahead, I really have to hurry to catch up with him. But if I accidentally pass him, then I run the risk of running into him when I return home. Oh, shady character. Oh, curse these demonic excuses for plans! The way you scratch at a fellow, you're more like wildcats than shrubs. That must be him. He's close. I'd better hide. Mit wem hat er denn da gesprochen? Ah! Blasted rocks! What are they doing in my path? Da ist er. Da sehen wir ihn zum ersten Mal. You think they'd clear out this place, accounting that a fellow can see a thing in the dark. It's not proper, I tell you. Well, I'm sure this be the place where I'm scheduled to meet that smart-ass merchant. Aha, ich wollte gerade sagen, die meinen doch nicht etwa mit Merchant Ihmchen hier. Smart as or not, shouldn't you be more careful when talking about the man who pays you? Oh, boss, I was just talking a little to myself, no harm meant, you know. Truly, I suppose I can let this one go, if you've brought the package as discreetly as Lady Carmosa requested. Of course, no ifs about it, boss. It wouldn't my honor that you doubt my competence for even a moment. No, I'd never doubt you. Now hand it over. Before I do, boss, I have a little something I need to ask ya. And what would that be? You know, I'm an honest man, but my curiosity just took hold of me so hard. I had to have a look inside this package. Uh-oh. And lo and behold, my eye spies a mighty fine necklace set with rubies and made of gold. It's worth thousands of sovereigns at least, yeah? I specifically instructed you not to look inside. But the necklace... Yes, it's probably worth quite a lot of money.
I don't get it, boss. Why is the noble lady paying us to take this off her hands? Seems all wrong ways around me.
I'm sure she has her reasons, and you're not being paid to poke around and ask needless questions. In fact, if you don't keep your mouth shut, you won't be paid at all.
What, boss? No need to get so angry. My mouth is secure as the royal treasury it is.
I doubt the contents are quite as valuable. Still, you've completed your tasks. So here is your pay. 15 sovereigns. Try not to drink it all at once. Sieht wirklich aus wie so ein kleiner Säufer. Also auch wegen der Art und Weise, wie er so redet und so. Nicht gerade der sympathischste Zeitgenosse.
Me? Never. You wound me with your accusations, boss.
I'm sure. Well, we should return to town before someone stumbles upon us.
What on earth is Tobias up to? Never mind that. If I don't do something, they leave before I can do anything. Now might be my only chance to confront him, but I probably shouldn't act too impulsively.
Ich weiß nicht. Irgendwie glaube ich, dass es klüger wäre, ihn nicht zu konfrontieren. Aber irgendwie interessiert mich auch total, was er sagt. Aber wir haben ja schon mal irgendwie... Nee, ich gehe jetzt zurück. Wir haben es ja schon mal unbeliebt bei ihm gemacht, als ich ihn da so ein bisschen dazu befragt habe. Der soll nicht irgendwie das Vertrauen in uns verlieren. Wir gehen lieber zurück. Ich hoffe, dass sich das vielleicht noch rentieren wird. I think I've seen enough. I better get back before they catch me or someone finds me missing. I talk to Tobias about this later, after I've had some time to think about it. It's best to speak with him alone anyway. Ja, ist natürlich nur die Frage, wann du das nächste Mal die Chance bekommst, mit ihm zu sprechen, ne? Ich muss mal kurz einen Schluck trinken.